Hi, Furry friends.
Hi guys.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Joelle.
And if this is your first time joining us, we are the Moths. We would encourage you to go back and look at some of our earlier episodes.
Yeah. Okay, today we have something very important to talk about.
It is, yeah.
It really is very important. I mean, we're being silly, but we've been a little concerned. We saw this a while back, like kind of when we first got into the whole Moms of Furries business. And it was really talked about, so we were assuming it was getting better, but now that there have been, I don't know if it's really con season because we have cons all the time.
It's always con.
Right. But it seems like with the last few, we've seen some more videos and some Twitter activity. So we thought we would address it, especially for parents of new or young furries, just so you really understand what the rules are.
Well, and to say rules, I think that it also goes to common sense. And
it's just not just furry.
Well, I feel like we're being really cryptic. We're talking about consent.
Yes, consent.
And it's really important. So when somebody dons a suit, they are adorable, and you might just feel compelled to touch them.
Mm-hmm.
But really, we shouldn't.
No.
Because if you see a beautiful person, you may feel compelled. But you shouldn't. And just putting on a suit does not imply consent.
So suiting is not consent.
It isn't.
Period.
So no matter how adorable somebody is, you must remember you have to ask.
And then respect the answer and not take it personally. If somebody doesn't want you to touch their suit or hug them or pick them up, I mean, just understand that that's their choice,
and they don't have to explain it.
They don't.
If the nod is no, then that's cool. You can offer a paw, a high five.
Oh yeah, because we had a lot. Like my 8-year-old, we had a lot of, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and and it also leads right into, if someone does say yes to give them a hug, imagine how you would hug someone, a normal embrace. And Joelle mentioned that, when we always ask, can we hug?
Yes.
And then we let the furry guide the hug.
Right. If it's a very gentle, we try to gently hug back. If it's a very secure, like snuggle hug, we do that. We reciprocate.
And I will say that is my favorite. The best hugs are just like the
all-encompassing, like
There's nothing like a furry hug where you just feel so warm and satisfying.
And
you can't take it from someone.
But you can't take it. Someone has to give it to you.
Yes. And so don't bear hug somebody.
No. Oh my gosh. We just watched, Majira had a video where he actually had a rib broken, and the person that did it was not... had no bad intentions. They were just
and
hugging
has
too
no
tightly.
hard feelings. We use it only as an example.
Only as an example, yes. He was saying absolutely nothing negative at all. It was just a bad situation.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that happen, but you can mitigate your chances by just being gentle, unless that person says, really give me a firm hug.
Or hugs you tightly.
Yeah.
And just think about it in your mind. You don't want, like you said, no one has to explain why, but it could be anything from their suit is really delicate, they've had some issues and they don't want it to tear, to social anxiety or anything.
They're really sweaty and don't want to be touched.
I just don't want to be touched.
There's any number of reasons, and they don't owe us an explanation.
No.
Can I have a hug? If they nod yes, or if they verbalize yes, then go in for a gentle touch. But just use your common sense that you wouldn't just walk up to somebody adorable and just lay your hands on them. Or you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. And so suiting is not consent. And for you parents that you're new to all of this, you're looking at our videos, you're wanting to know what's right and what's wrong when you take your child to their first con, no petting, no touching tail, no hugging, no touching.
There is
without
etiquette.
consent.
Yes, and that goes both ways. So if your child comes to you and they say, I want a suit, you should have some sense of security that generally that is the accepted etiquette, and more often than not, people are not going to come up and touch without permission. So you can feel okay that your kid is going to be in a suit. And if you're going to your first con and you want to know, how can I get a photo with someone, or can I hug somebody because it looks so inviting? Yeah, that's all you have to do is ask.
Even if they have like the ribbon on their badge that says hugs okay, I'd say we advocate to ask anyway. Just ask. It's not that hard. We do it, millions. We
I
ask
think
everybody.
consent is something that you just can't take lightly, no matter what. In
No.
suit or not in suit, you don't want to touch someone without consent.
Right.
It's the right thing to do.
Right.
It's easy. It takes only a minute, and that way you have that interaction.
And you know
with
where
someone.
you stand, and it's consistently a positive interaction. Positively, for sure.
And then, but don't be afraid to ask. Ask.
Yeah, because for the most part, I mean, we've had great success with, our hug to not hug ratio is very
Super high. And I will say too that one of the great things about hugs, when you ask for them, is when you get in there, all the furs, this is going to make me sound a little different, but, or maybe not different, but when you get in there and hug someone, all the furs feel a little bit different. They have a different length, a different texture. Everybody has a unique fragrance.
Oh my gosh,
Because of what they clean their suits with.
You know what's funny? I think that's funny. I'm glad you said that. This is totally off topic, but you know how everybody talks about how you can get sweaty and stinky and stuff? Oh, we had so many like really great smelling fur hugs at BLFC. It was crazy. They smelled so good.
Because, I don't know, the essential oils or whatever they're using, they're all unique. They all, so many times I know I went in and hugged them, like, oh, you smell fantastic, or you feel wonderful, and I hope they took it as a compliment, because that is the spirit in which it was intended. But it's true. The textures and smells and everything, it's all just part of it. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't let it hold you back from touching. Just ask first.
Just ask first. And if you're told no or signaled no, then just back off and maybe give a high five. And if that doesn't work out, just say, I love your suit, and walk on.
Yes, and real quick, although it's not as intimate, same goes for photos. You want to ask someone before you go in and take a photo with them.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, that's all we wanted to tell you guys.
Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.